It wasn't a love that because I deserved it. It wasn't a love because I lived a perfect life. It was a love because it was love. And that began to be used by God to restore hope and joy and healing in my life. That was the turning point. Experiencing that kind of one-way love that turns people's lives around. I experienced it from God. I experienced it from my daughter who forgave me. I experienced it from Stacy, and I began to experience it from a whole lot of other people as well. Now, I wish I could tell you that at that point in my life, I was so brand new that all of my problems from the past were gone. But you all know that's not the way this works, right? I was still the same person, very bruised and very scarred, still the same person, except with a deeper awareness of my own weakness, and certainly a deeper awareness of the forgiveness of God in Jesus Christ. And those two truths of who I am in myself and who God is for me in Jesus Christ, that not only made all the difference, but continues to make all the difference in my life. You know the story of Jacob wrestling with the messenger in Genesis 32 ends with Jacob limping away from that encounter. I like to think he never recovered from that limp, that the rest of his life, there was a slight limp in Jacob. In fact, at the very end of that chapter, we're told that to this day, the Israelites don't eat that part of the animal as a way of keeping alive in their memory what happened to Jacob. The way I like to think about this is we ourselves keep these things alive because we want to be good stewards of our scars, good stewards of our limp, of our wounds. Now, what this meant for me is doing things like this, being open and honest about my mistakes. And not just that, not for some sort of, like a train wreck where you can't look away, but to give hope to those who are struggling through their own mistakes, maybe that they made or that someone else did to them. And most importantly, to point you to the only hope and the only healing that's ever going to be there. And that's not within, but that's without. It's in Christ, who is our hope, who is our forgiveness. And so what I endeavor to do is to talk to people about my own weaknesses and what's happened in my life as a way of showing them, first of all, we're all in this mess together. The people who claim that they haven't messed up, that they kind of got their lives together, watch out for those people. They're hiding. They're hiding major stuff. We all know that we're just misfits in one way or another, but beloved misfits, beloved by our good and gracious God.